A problem with Sally. The morning sun shone brightly, dispersing the earlier mist. The whole street had been transformed. There was bunting everywhere, draped from every window, door and street lamp. Gaily coloured Union Jacks adorned most front parlour windows. The mill was closed for the day, in order that the brave young recruits might be given a proper send-off. Alas, it would be a send-off from which so many would not return. Sally too was standing on tiptoe, craning her neck and with eyes darting hither and yon among the men. Nellie didn't need to make 3 guesses as to whom she was looking for. Suddenly there was a cry from Mam, "George! George!" And to the others, "There he is! There's our George!" The family began to clap and cheer, smiling and tearful at the same time. George, of course, like the other men, was under orders not to respond, but he managed to make a slight inclination of the head, with a quick wink towards them as he passed. Then he was gone, hidden from view by the mass of men behind him. From across the street, a flash of bright royal blue caught Nellie's eye. It was a very fine, a very expensive-looking hat, set at a stylish angle upon the head of a very stylish and most expensive-looking young woman. She stood out among the crowds of other women on the pavement who, though dressed in Sunday best, couldn't, in Mam's words, hold a candle to her. To her, Nellie realised too, with a thrill of shock, that the girl looked almost the spitting image of their Sally. She too was scanning the endless parade of men, avidly looking for someone. A cry rang out as a fresh procession of marching men turned the corner into Nanton Street. "Robert! My Robert!" Now Sally was jumping wildly up and down. Her hat had flown off, and unheeding, she had trampled it underfoot. Her hair had fallen about her shoulders as, wild-eyed, she pushed furiously at the backs of the crowds in front of her, determined to intercept the man she had come to think of as her fiancé. Robert Hoyle, oblivious in the midst of all the ambient noise going on, was searching too. Now his eye caught that of the elegant creature in the hat, smiling and waving to him. Sally had become aware of the presence of this creature. As the pair across the street drew level, Robert, strictly against protocol, blew the young woman a kiss. She blew one back, and pushing against the crowd surrounding her, began to keep progress with the marching men. The local people, unaccustomed to the presence of such finery among them, drew back respectfully, allowing her to pass. And now Sally began to make a great roaring noise in her throat. The sound was more that of a wild beast than that of a young woman. Her hair had fallen about her shoulders as, wild-eyed, she pushed furiously at the backs of the crowds in front of her, determined to intercept the man she had come to think of as her lover.